Well, this is our facts of Mars. If you have kids in the room, get them out of there. The language is going to be dirty. I guarantee you that. I don't have time for refinements or to do a bunch of takes or anything. I don't have time to do my usual editing and all that. We got a serious problem here, and if we don't do something about it, we're going to lose all our rights, not just our gun rights. I'll give you about 30 seconds. I'm going to take a swig, a pop, and we'll go from there. Good stuff. Oh, Mikey! Mikey of New York City, you got a problem with that? Just took a swig from a pop bottle. Bummer. Alright. Let's get serious. Governor Cuomo is talking about coming around and stealing people's guns right out of their gun cabinets. That's not going to happen, Governor. Let me assure you. Barack Obama wants to do the same basic thing. We cannot permit this. I'm going to tell you folks what's going to happen if this is allowed. If the American people don't wake up and put their foot down and tell them no. That's what we have to do, is tell them no. What's going to happen, we've seen this before, this is a known thing that they do. They're going to go around, they're not just going to collect guns. Once they get the guns out of the hands of people, they conduct things called purges. Now, what is a purge? A purge is where they take you, your neighbors, whoever, anybody who opposes what they're doing, they put them up against the wall, and they put bullets in them. This is not hard to understand. They don't want any disagreement. And once you lose your guns, you're going to lose the rest of your rights. You won't have the right to speak out against the government. You won't have the right to worship as you please. You won't have any of that. It's all going to be gone. These people have nothing but contempt for the Constitution. That goes for Barack Obama. That goes for Governor Cuomo. That goes for Dianne Feinstein, Piers Morgan. The government and media are full of them. This idiot newspaper chain, Gannett, they tried to recreate something called the Kristallnacht. And what Kristallnacht was in 1938, the government, the Nazis, gave the names and addresses of Jews, basically, to their thugs, brown shirts, whatever. And one night they went and killed, robbed, looted, over 100 of them in Austria and in Germany. And like one of the Gannett newspapers from downstate wanted to publish the names of concealed carry people on some interactive map, and that's what they did. Well, some of them got robbed. And what they were trying to do, what Gannett newspapers was trying to do, was recreate Kristallnacht. I understand that's been taken down. But there's no question. Look, people, here's what's going to happen. You want to take your guns, they're going to put you up against the wall, and they're going to shoot you. You people who voted for Obama, you know what these people call you? They call you useful idiots. Why useful idiots? Well, it's very simple. You were useful to them, but you're idiots for voting for them. What about your vote? It's useless now. I'm not even going to cast a ballot anymore. I was so sickened by what I saw in the 2012 election, I'm not going to bother with it. Because, let me tell you something. It was a complete and utter fraud. Take example of Ohio. Ohio one really frosted me. That I don't think there was an honest electioneer in that state. At any rate, what the voting machines were doing was they were forcing the voters who wanted to vote for Romney to vote for Obama instead. That's not an accident. I'm sorry. That was intentional. The whole thing was the biggest fraud I've ever seen, alright? Total, absolute fraud. If it were up to me, I would smash every one of those motherfucking pieces of shit. Electronic voting machines into a million pieces. Your vote is fucking meaningless right now, people. I'm gonna tell you this bluntly. You don't stop these sons of bitches, they're gonna take the old votes. They probably won't shoot them. They'll probably use lethal injection. And they'll probably gas them like the Nazis did. I don't know. They'll do away with them. They'll do with developmentally disabled kids. Kids that are healthy, the girls will be servicing some fat, ugly, stupid elitist that has $1 billion and wants to be face fucked by a pretty little girl every day. The boys will be taking the mines and digging diamonds for these douchebags. Well, let me tell you something. You don't want to get this country to get in that state. It almost is now. My recent video, just another day at the office, was very violent, and I tried to illustrate the kinds of things that these people will do. They'll stop at nothing. The video was pretty mild. So you can't show that type of thing about kids. Obviously not. I wouldn't allow that. But it was a very violent video. And if you think women are going to be exempt, they're not. These people are vicious. They don't have any feelings. They don't have any conscience. Now, Governor Cuomo actually has a plan to try to come around and collect our guns. It's not going to happen, Governor. All you're going to succeed in doing is starting the Second American Revolution. What are you going to do? Use tanks against us, Governor? They'll be burning in the streets before you know it. Not going to happen, Governor. Get it out of your head. And Barack Obama, I don't consider you to be a legitimate president. I refuse to call you the president. You're not going to take our guns either. It's clear that you have utter contempt for everything this country has ever stood for. And all I can hope for is to keep you throttled until you can peacefully be removed when your term expires. That's the best I can hope for. That's what I'm hoping for. Keep you throttled and impotent until you, sir, are term limited out of office. I don't think it'll do any good, because like I said, our vote is meaningless now. So I am going to propose something that's radical and daring. Because these people will not listen to words. My idea is radical and daring and does contain a high degree of risk. But we've got to do something. We cannot allow them to take our guns and take the rest of our rights and take people's kids and have the girls go face fuck some fat slob somewhere who's got $1 billion and he's disgusting. Or the boys going to some mine and fucking work until their fucking hands fall off. No. Can't allow that. So here's what we're going to have to do. We need to get the legitimate gun owners out on the streets with our guns. Peacefully, no violence. March on Albany. March on Washington, District of Criminals. March on Sacramento and these other places where they have communist traitors who hate this country, who hate everything about it. We have to tell them, no, you're not taking our guns, period, end of the subject. We're not going to permit it. We outnumber you. We have the power to stop this now. we can stop Nazi Germany from being recreated, or Bolshevik Russia from being recreated. I'm not sure which Obama is trying to recreate. Obama, here's a dirty little secret about Obama. For the time he's been in office, they've been encouraging homosexuality, been promoting it very heavily, and I was wondering why. And I heard a guest on a talk show tying this together. And what it is that the brown shirts of Nazi Germany were homosexuals for the most part. And it appears everything Obama is doing is right in the Nazi playbook. And what it appears to me to be, he's trying to recreate the brown shirts using, TSA, DHS. He's trying to recreate them and create a Nazi-like state. This guy seems like a communist, and yet his tactics are Nazis. His tactics are Nazi tactics. So, I don't know. He could be either one. Doesn't really matter. There's not much difference. So, here's what we do. We take to the streets by the hundreds of thousands, guns loaded, at our side, peacefully. We go knock on their door. Tell them, no, you're not taking our guns. Got it? What are they going to do? Bring tanks against us? I don't think so. It is risky because something could happen. I admit, we can't afford not to take a chance. Let me state that again. We cannot afford to ignore the situation. We've got to march on Albany and tell them, no, you're not taking our guns. That's final. You come around door to door, you're starting a revolution. Period in the subject. We do the same with Obama. We go to that disgusting cesspool in Sacramento. A few other states, the worst ones. Tell them, no, you're not touching our guns. Illinois, there's another one. That is a major disgusting cesspool. Chicago is one big anarchist area. Much of it, like the south side of Chicago, there's a lot of places the cops won't even go in. When the cops are scared, then you got anarchy. But we're going to have to tell them no. We've got to take the strongest possible action. Look, I'm going to state this again. They're going to take you and your neighbors, they're going to put you up against the wall and shoot you, especially if you disagree with the government. And they're going to take the old and the infirm. So Obamacare, I can't believe that douchebag came up with something like that. Well, I believe it, but look, they're going to take the old, the infirm, they're going to take developmentally disabled kids in wheelchairs and such. They're going to euthanize them. It's bad enough we have over 1 million unborn children that are murdered in the bloody abortion mills of this country every day. You're going to have to put up with this. So, okay, there you go, folks. That's it. My proposal, take to the streets, parades of hundreds of thousands of gun owners with our guns, AR-15s, Kalashnikovs, whatever. Lay down the law. Tell them, no, you're not taking our guns. That's final. End of subject. You try? Well, I can't say it, but you get the point. I'm thinking they will back down. We have to find real solutions to prevent things like Sandy Hook. And by the way, Sandy Hook is very suspicious, because I heard for myself news reports saying there's more than one murderer. I didn't say shooter, I said murderer. Murderer, murderer. Alright? And then all of a sudden they're telling us it's just this one murderer who did it. Cripes. I don't know. Take to the streets peacefully with our guns loaded. We'll have to organize it. March up to the governors. March up to Washington, the District of Criminals, and tell them no, you're not taking our guns, and you're going to restore the Constitution in the subject. I'm Art Facts of Mars.